Hi everyone, welcome to the last video in this series of brooches from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Johanna Basford. We're using Polychromos pencils, and if you've missed any of the previous videos you can go back and find them on my channel. So let us zoom in to a bit closer to this one and see what we're going to do. So we've got a very pretty little floral brooch for this one, and how I feel it should look is that I think that, there we go, these circles, I think these are all individual little beads, and then we've got our actual flower brooch. So I'm going to do those first. I feel that they're green circles, little shiny beads. I'm going to use the chrome oxide green fiery, which I'm just going to sharpen because it's really a little bit blunt. Now ideally for a bead I would, I'll show you, go around the edge like that in a darker layer and then a bit lighter towards the middle. When you're doing something as tiny as this, it's quite difficult to do that, especially as your pencil blunts very quickly, even a polychromo. So instead I'm going to block them in and then draw a little tiny shine on each one with a white pen at the end. You can choose which method you like to do. For me this is just easier. Now in between these, like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to fill this bit in because I feel that this is like a string of beads and it would just sit showing your sort of clothes through the gap. I would think that would look really cool. So that's why I'm not colouring in the background. I just think it would make a really nice, you know, the beads, I assume they're not, you know, if they've got a bit of wire through them, they would hold their shape and just sit on your jacket or dress, showing through the fabric. I think it would look good. I don't possess a brooch. I think they're rather old-fashioned. I don't know if you can really, if you buy them in fashionable jewellery shops anymore or not. I can't imagine people really, I mean, like really, like the royals wear them, you know, but I'm not sure that I see young people, even ones that are quite wealthy, really wearing them anymore. But I guess they're just a way to set a stone or something like that. They can brighten up a plain jacket. I just don't think people really wear jackets, you know, suit jackets, coats, that sort of thing anymore. I can hear a van. Am I expecting a delivery today? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I was watching a quiz show, and a person said they love getting parcels, and they get about 5 to 6 a day. It's a lot, isn't it? Thinking, wow. But she orders them herself and then ends up sending most of them back, which seems a bit of a waste of time to me, to be honest. But there we go. I mean, it's nice getting a parcel, but that's a lot. An awful lot. There we go. I guess I think getting a parcel in the post is rather like, brings back the excitement of birthdays when you were a child and opening presents, although mine never came in the post. Oh, sometimes my aunt would send me something. I remember actually just before Christmas, around Thanksgiving time, actually, maybe a little later, she would always send me a little pre-Christmas gift. And when I was young, it might be a little fun badge or something, and then as I got older it might have been something a little bit different, a Christmas postcard, something like that. It was always so kind of her. Right, I am going to, in the centre of my flower, going to do a yellowy coloured gemstone. I might do all of those actually, but I'm going to use not a cadmium. I'm going to use like a ochre, I think this is, just sharpening it so I can show you. This is the light yellow ochre, because I think it will show up a little bit more, and it might look a bit more like a sort of amber or something. You don't really get yellow gemstones, or do you? I don't know what the dot is in the centre. I'm just going to ignore it. It will show up anyway because this is yellow. And these, they're not, when I put some shine on them, it's not going to show up very well, but I'm not going to get worried about that. I don't know what to do with the bits around it. Let's just have fun with this bit first. I don't want a white middle, but I want it to be lighter in the middle if it can be, but I always struggle to see yellow, so I just have to hope it's looking okay. Now what should we do? I think I'm just going to add, what colour? Yeah. I want a little bit of extra colour around the edge of each one just to make them look slightly more rounded. I'm going to use this. This is the sanguine. And I'm hoping it's going to add a sort of orangey amber look a little bit. I didn't want to go with orange though because we did that last time. So just to try and add a little darker around just around the very edge. Gosh, the sun is shining brightly. I've noticed that my blind is squiffy and it lets light in one side of the and not the other. I don't know whether I've rolled it up squiffy or whether it's just hanging at an angle. Quite what's going on with it really, it's most odd. Right, there we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we have, see, I'm not sure if those are petals and that's a leaf, but I think I'm going to do this whole thing as a petal. And we might just use a really pretty pink. We have used some pinks, but we haven't used this shade of pink. I'm going to go for a fuchsia, really bright pink. And I'm going to treat this whole petal as one giant gemstone. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with the bits in between. I'm procrastinating by doing this instead. Wow, that's a Barbie pink and a half, isn't it? You've seen Barbie? My husband went to see Barbie. Now I think I got the whole idea wrong, because he says it's a film about feminism, and that's fine. And he came back and I expected him to have a different attitude towards feminism, and he didn't. But I've realised what it is, because I had the wrong idea as to what feminism was. See, I thought feminism was about men and women being equal in the home and in their marriage. And, you know, I didn't expect him to come home from the film, tell me about the film while he was sitting drinking a coffee and watching me do the ironing. I expected him to sort of thinking, right, we shouldn't have male-female roles anymore. I need to take over doing more of the house and blah, blah. But no, feminism is just equality, so I understand, of men and women. So things like equal pay, equal opportunities in the workplace, that sort of thing. So I'm right in a way in my head when I say that I think feminism has actually done women some harm, in the sense that now, not only because we have the opportunity to go and get jobs, we can, but we're still expected to do all those same roles, domestic roles as well. So we've got our equal opportunities. We haven't everywhere, obviously, or not in every organisation, not in every country, but let's just imagine in an ideal world, in an ideal company, we've got the equal opportunities, equal pay, but in the house, who is still, maybe it's not true of every household, but in my household, it still feels like I'm the one that has to do, is the one that's aware of what jobs need doing, has to organise everyone to help me and do the jobs and things like that. And for me, that's still, you know, the women have all the worrying, all the organising, all the noticing. You know, if I didn't notice, I think the washing basket, there would be piles of washing all over the floor. You know, that sort of thing. That's what I need help with. I need someone to say, oh, by the way, I noticed the washing was dry on the radiator and I put it away. No, I'll say, why didn't you do it? Oh, I didn't realise what you were doing with it. Why not ask me? I'm having a rant now. Right. I feel that the rest of it is like the metal setting for our stones. And I feel like it should be gold rather than silver. And I think I'm just going to have a play around with the green gold and see if I can get it to look gold. So yes, I'm not sure that the film that I haven't seen, here we are, green gold, really achieved what I was hoping it would achieve with regards to my marriage. But anyway, I don't know whether it's a man-woman thing or just how we are, you know. Do other people's husbands just get on with jobs? My sister's is a bit better. He does, helps with the cooking. My husband just cooks for him. And it's like when he's washing up and there's other washing up waiting to be done, he just does his. Doesn't think to do the others without being asked. If he's asked, he'll happily do it. But he'll just say, well, I didn't know why it was there. It's like, you just not use your common sense. Why would it just be sitting there? Not, you know. Right, in between each of these, I want this to be a little bit darker because there would be a shadow. But which colour? I'm thinking we used this before to great success, the burnt sienna. I'm going to try this again. I'm just going to go over, I can't do much apart from go over it because it's such a small space. But yes, I'm sorry I've had a rant. I shouldn't have. But yeah, there we go. I think we're done with the pencil work. I'm going to get my pen and do some dotting. Now actually I'm going to get this smaller pen. Where's the 05? No, that's the 10. Oh, where has it gone? There we go. So I'm going to use the Gellyroll 5 with its very fine tip to do the dots on the beadwork. I'm just going to have a scribble. There we go. And I'm just going to put a dot on each. Whoop. If the pen wants to write, there we go. It's quite faint and small, but as they are small, I think it works better. Stop writing than using a bigger one. There we go. I think maybe it's just the way he was brought up, because he didn't get taught how to help out and things like that. So I think that was probably it, to be fair. And I should have taught him myself, I guess. Still time. And I'm teaching my boys. They're cooking tonight, but not for me, because they want to cook things I can't eat, which is absolutely fair. But that's a good start, and they will, after every meal, they clear up. Actually, husband does that too, so that's quite good. Don't always remember to wipe down the worktops, so they'll always stack the dishwasher and put anything they've used for cooking away. So that's really good. So the kitchen is always fairly tidy. And obviously if the dishwasher's full, there's usually a bit hanging about, but it's a good start, isn't it? I think I need to do some, we need to make the beds and do some cleaning this afternoon. Might just vacuum, not sure. The boys are going to be cross because I haven't warned them that we're going to do that. I'm not sure if that worked on everyone, but I think it is okay. And now we're going to use the 8 for the leaves. I'm going to do significantly more on here if the pen wants to write. I'm going to do a bit on each side. Oh, come on, pen. Sometimes they get a bit clogged because it's paint. I've not found any pen that doesn't clog. I only got a new one to try, and I popped it in my pen tin cup. And forgot it even existed. I've just remembered. I'm going to go with that. I don't like it. Just going to disappear it. There we go. I'd rather have a little white blob in the middle than have that. But that's up to you. That's up to you. But there we go. There is our last one. So shall we, we'll come out and show you the whole page. So I had a lot of fun doing those, so thank you for joining me. If you joined me for every video, that was kind of you, and maybe you coloured along as well. If you did colour along and you want to show me, you can tag me on Instagram and you'll put your picture there, or you can add it as a comment on any of my posts on my Facebook page. Those are probably the best ways to show me, but I do like seeing what people have done. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a really super day and happy colouring.